Good evening and welcome to AKBC 405 News at 8. I am Blessing Isongwio. In line with his commitment to the development of the blue economy, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino has reiterated the resolve of his administration to have a robust working relationship with security agencies operating within the maritime sector. Governor Moino stated this when he played host to the flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command of the Nigerian Navy, Rear Admiral Sahid Akinwande, at Government House, Uyo. Our Government House reporter, Patience John reports.
Emphasizing the importance of security to development, Governor Moino assured the officials of the Nigerian Navy of his administration's continuous support and collaboration for the overall development of the state to handle security issues. He congratulated the new flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command on his assumption of duties in the command and assured of his commitment to a more robust working relationship.
We are always going to have time for security issues, and your visit actually reinforces that commitment on the part of the Nigerian Navy. We continue to ask for help. The blue economy, for it to succeed, the Nigerian Navy will play a whole lot of role. In fact, the most critical role, which is that of maritime security. And that will help build the confidence of our people, bring foreign investors, like you have already identified. And so we'll continue to want to partner with you. Before we came into office, we had lots of issues with our fishermen. We really need to tackle these criminal elements headlong. We're prepared to cooperate with you in saying that Akwa Ibom is not a safe haven for them. And we also hope that between Cross River, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, we will all work together in sync to ensure that they don't keep migrating from one state to another and that's the real thing we like to really work with you on. They've turned their eyes to Ibaka, trying to create a lot of, I'm sure with the commanding officer here, we'll also see how we can all come together to work. Because without security, there can't be any development.
Rear Admiral Akinwande, in his remarks, commended the state government under the present administration for investing in the water security of the state and informed the governor of his command's injection of new security measures to enhance socio-economic activities in the coastal areas after taking delivery of some Navy ships.
On the part of the command, we have stepped up our level of operational engagement within my area of responsibility. Specifically, the command recently received a Nigerian Navy ship Ekulu, Nigerian Navy ship Ose, and Nigerian Navy ship Oji deployed to the command to boost our operational engagement, to reassure His Excellency that we remain committed to the security cooperation and partnership that actually have been on ground. And also to thank you, sir, for all that you have been doing to the naval units within the state.
The flag officer commanding was in Government House to intimate Governor Moino of his assumption as the flag officer commanding the Eastern Naval Command, which covers Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and River States. Patience John, AKBC News.
The State Deputy Governor Dr. Akone Yakinye has celebrated female workers in the state and acknowledged their sacrifices towards nation building. She gave the kudos during the 2024 International Women's Day celebration in Uyo with the theme Women Inclusion for Enhanced Development. Details of these will come your way in subsequent bulletin. The State Deputy Governor, Senator Akone Yakinye, has described her boss, Governor Moino as a gift from God to our nation and Akwa Ibom at large. Senator Yaganyi made the description while hosting members of a socio-cultural organization, the Akpakaboro Elders Advisory Council, at Government House. Our Government House reporter Otube Maukon tells us more.
It was an evening of eulogy and governing at the Deputy's Governor's Lodge when a socio-cultural group, Akpakaboro Elders Advisory Council, clad in Oro traditional colors, came to wine and dine with their very own Senator Akune Yaganyi. Senator Yaganyi, while welcoming our people, informed them of the bold steps taken by the governor in tackling issues that may hinder development in the state. She disclosed that the governor barely 10 months in office has approved projects including the construction of the 2.1 kilometer Ukbong Street and 2.1 kilometer Ifyongesang Street with 800 meters length of discharge drain, among other impactful contracts that will bring development to the area and state. Senator Yaganyi, while congratulating the chairman of Advisory Council and other enchanting personalities in the forum for the visit, urged them to always pray for more wisdom and strength on the governor while assuring them of more development strides in our nation.
God had laid that foundation because He knew I will in future stand where I am before you people. Today, I can stand very proudly, happy to tell you those words that He used to say, those things He used to identify, to say, I will, it should have been this. He has started doing it.
The chairman of Akpakaboro Elders Advisory Council, Ikputu Okun, expressed joy over the gesture, describing Senator Akune Yaganyi as an epitome of motherhood and humility specified with an exceptional leadership style, recently honored as the most decorated female politician in Nigeria.
The governor has embarked on impactful projects for the benefit of the people. We cannot fail to comment on the fact that so far, Governor Mono, by his actions and deeds, has applied the Magic Wand to reverse all marginalization and neglect by successive governments. Our right-thinking members should give the governor the fullest support to succeed, for a good man is on the throne.
Goodwill messages were received by the member representing Oro Federal Constituency, Mr. Martin Sesson, President General of Oro Union, Sir Esang Nsapasi, former National President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Sir Edith Amana, among others. The meeting witnessed induction of the 5 transition committee chairmen in Oro Nation as automatic members of the Akpakaboro Elders Advisory Council by Senator Akune Yaganyi. Otube Maukon, AKPC News.
Up ahead, in the local government area, indigents benefit from Arise food vouchers, redeem food for survival. Akwa United suffer home defeat, hang in relegation waters. This and more after this break.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's so man and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
So glad to have you back. The distribution of the Arise Food Security Program birth at Ododikbe in a local government area as indigents, especially the vulnerable, benefited from its package. Agriculture Commissioner Dr. Offiong Ofo accompanied the chairman, Transition Committee of Ine Local Government Council, Mr. Inibere Umar, to flag off the initiative in the area. Witnessed by stakeholders of the area, the exercise covered beneficiaries in the social register in all the wards of the local government area. The reports.
According to the council chairman, Mr. Umar, Governor Moino had shown sensitivity by identifying with the yearnings of the suffering people by creating the Arise Food Security Program, which he noted had greatly ameliorated the plight of the people. Describing Ine local government area as the food basket of the state, Mr. Umar appreciated Governor Moino for appointing their daughter as Commissioner for Agriculture to justify the step. He expressed delight in the revitalization of agriculture in the state as more people had returned to farm to enhance food security and sufficiency.
Beans, rice, and then I'm going
Explaining the modalities, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ofionfo, said the beneficiaries will be able to get the free food voucher by presenting the food vouchers to the agents and vendors, emphasizing that the vouchers serve as purchasing power that will enable them to get food without paying for it. Dr. Ofionfo said monitoring team from the Bulk Purchase Agency Board and the local government will monitor the beneficiaries and food vendors' compliance with the exercise. She added that the social register shall be reopened for new registration of people that were not captured.
So this is one of the initiatives government I come in and we are holding the year
High point of the flag-off were presentation of the food vouchers and redemption of food items from the approved vendors by the beneficiaries.
Principals General of secondary schools and teachers in the state have been charged to encourage students develop more interest in agriculture to afford them the vast opportunities in the sector. The Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Offiong Ofo, gave the charge while distributing farm inputs to public secondary schools in Ikatekpene.
Dr. Fon noted that the glaring importance of food to humanity has necessitated Governor Moino to place agriculture revolution as the front burner of the Arise agenda. She averred that the lasting solution to the current food crisis in Nigeria as intensive involvement in the people in agricultural production as the production of more food would make food available and affordable. The Commissioner appreciated Governor Moino for approving the distribution of farm inputs to farming groups, local government areas and schools in the state.
We have come here again this year to flag off the 2024 first planting season for public secondary schools, and more so at a time where we have high rates of inflation and our food prices are skyrocketing. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Omobaseno, has said every one of us should do what? Go back to the farm.
The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mrs. Mary Bassi, said that the governor has mandated the ministry to reach out to farmers in different categories and schools to boost food production. Bassey appealed to the beneficiaries to make good use of the items.
We are here because of the good work of our dear governor. He is doing this through our able commissioner, Dr. Ofia Mafo.
Speaking on behalf of the Commissioner for Education, the Director, Secondary Higher Education, Dr. Glory Igbo, commended the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development for the initiative and assured of the support to the success of the program. The Principal General, State College Ikore Ikpene, Mr. Sylvester Udom, lauded the Ministry for the choice of public schools to distribute the input and added that the beneficiaries will properly use the input for food production in the state. In the separate goodwill messages, the Principal General, Government Model School Secondary School Ikore Kang, and that of Nigerian Christian Secondary School Ukbum promised to translate the input to a bumper harvest.
So I thank God that I am privileged to be part of this. His Excellency has done well. Aside from giving the farmer groups of farmers the input, they also deem it fit to extend to schools.
I want to appreciate our amiable governor that deemed it necessary to boost food production in a private state.
We made to understand that there are improved variety. The training received from the consultant. We have clubs in our school. One of the clubs we have is Young Farmers Club. And we make sure we supervise them, make them know the modern method and scientific method of planting.
The occasion featured distribution of farm inputs to public secondary schools in the senatorial districts by the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development. Eyageno Paul, KBC News.
Members of the Nigerian Institute of Builders Akwa Ibom State Chapter have been admonished to adhere strictly to standards, codes of practice, and building regulations to ensure safety for all in the building environment. The admonition was given by the state chairman of the body, Onyeme Shet, at the 2024 Builders Day organized to sensitize the public on the rules of builders in sustainable housing delivery devoid of collapse. The event held at the Building Lecture Hall, Faculty of Environmental Studies, University of Uyo. Esther Omoren completes the story.
Mentioning cases of collapsed buildings recorded in Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Onyeme Shet advocated domestication of the National Building Code in the State's Development Authority to ensure that registered builders take the responsibility of projecting quality management, health and safety plans, and construction program of work in order to build for a safer society.
The federal government by Act Cap E13 LFN, that is Law of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 2004, formerly known as Decree 45 of 1989, established Council of Registered Builders of Nigeria, COBO. Hence, the building professional practice is fully backed by relevant laws in Nigeria.
The chairman on the occasion, Chief Vefiong Amba, while addressing challenges posed by quacks as well as high cost of building materials, called on governments to create enabling environments for the regulatory conduct of builders in order to build right to avoid cases of building collapse.
Develop building environment. How? By ensuring that a nation like Nigeria, for the first time, should have a national building code signed.
The event featured lecture on the role of builders in sustainable housing delivery by the Dean, Faculty of Environmental Studies, University of Uyo, Professor Anthony Ujene, who advocated building professionalism in all ramifications for a sustainable housing delivery.
Their expertise ensure efficient use of construction resources. We are trained to manage resources, to ensure that those indication of performance are ensured to its fullest. Builders are versatile professionals who contribute to various sectors. I've said that the services of builder is least utilized and one. If you look.
Goodwill messages were received from the Vice Chancellor, University of Uyo, Professor Yaudon Dayo, the Registrar, University of Uyo, Mrs. Blossom Okorie, the Commissioner for Lands and Town Planning, retired Captain Inyebon Ekong, and Mr. Victor Friday, all pledging collaborations to ensure safety in the building environment. Builders across the states earlier engaged in road work and other activities to mark the event. Esther Umorin, AKBC News.
Football fans who trooped to the Nest of Champions, as the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium is fondly called, were in high spirits as expected that team Aqua United to defeat visiting Doma United of Gombe. Aqua United, who were basking in their victorious outing at away to Plateau United in Jos, were full of confidence in silencing the Gombe-based team, but were shocked following a misjudged ball that beats goalkeeper Batmos Nuruddin for Doma's Jason to score in the 6th minute. Aqua United's duo of Kofre Bong and Suleiman Sani was wasteful throughout the game as fans turned into prayer warriors to direct their kicks goal bound. Mohamed Babaganaru was on bench to direct proceedings, which according to him failed due to ill luck. He commended the boys for their efforts and stressed to correct lapses observed in the team. Aqua United traveled to take on Remo Stars, who are currently 4th on the log. Meanwhile, fans of the club are praying God to intervene and deliver the team from relegation staring them in the face. That's our package for tonight. But before we go, we take another look at the top stories. Governor Umoino has assured the leadership of the Nigerian Navy of logistics support to help the promotion of the blue economy in the state. Speaking while receiving the Flag Officer commanding Eastern Naval Command, Rear Admiral Sahid Akinwande, Governor Enos noted that security was crucial to the development of a state. Deputy Governor Akone Yarenye has saluted working women for their sacrifices towards nation building. She was speaking at this year's International Women's Day. Vulnerable people who registered